Hey guys, welcome back. I'm behind the camera today. I want to show you a few close-ups of feathers just before I go around the other side of the table. Now, I'll try. I always have trouble with the autofocus. Now, I did these a few months back. The feathering technique in resin, inspired by Luna Designs. You can check out her YouTube channel. So depending on how much pigment you put in, see on this one, see my yellow? I've got no feathers, didn't have enough white. On this one, lots of feathering and it's quite heavy with the pink and the white. So a little bit too much white in that one. Now I didn't want the red to drop. So I've just got that as red background. That was my Valentine's Day one. This one, my purple had too much white in it, so it was quite heavy and it dropped. So we've got quite big feathers there. The pink, on the other hand, didn't really drop at all. Not enough white. Excuse my ring light. Not enough white in the pink, so it did not drop, did not create feathers. This one's really nice, one of my favorites, one of my very early ones. But again, you can see the pink did not drop, didn't create feathers, not enough white pigment in it. It's the white that makes the feathers. The yellow did really well, the purple came in second, and the pink a third. Now this one, lots of feathers on the pink and purple. I had more white in those, and then the yellow didn't really drop as much, but they're all beautiful, they're all unique, and they're all different. So it just depends on the amount of white you're using. So I'm going to have another go today, try and help you out. Actually, I'll move these out of the way. Try and help you out if you've been struggling with them. Now, my resin. I'm using this one. It's by Platinum. It's called Super Clear. It's a 2-to-1. So 2 parts of 2 parts of A, 1 part of B. I mixed up 55 grams of A and 25 grams of B. So I've got some resin in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, those ones. This is my test piece. I did a clear one so that you could see what's happening with the resin. And I'll explain it to you as I go along anyway, but that's my test piece. You have to test these before you start putting them in here. Otherwise you could ruin the whole lot. Now, Pigment Pastes, these ones are more. If you get onto their website, you can have a look at their pigment paste. So I've got the purple, pink, yellow, sky blue. I want to do a black background, so I've just got my Cast and Craft black. I don't actually have an Amore black. Just going to give that a bit of a shake. Sometimes there's a bit of oil on top. So these are my colours here, my 4 colours. This is going to be my black. I've got 5 grams of resin in there. These ones have each got 3 grams of resin. So let's start with the black. And I don't want, I don't want the feathers with the black. It's just the background. So no white. So just making black. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll go 5. 5 little drops of the black. And that can go there. So, give that a stir. Now this might be a bit of a long video, so I do apologise, but I think for the people that are wanting to learn, you'll probably find it useful. It took me a very, very long time to learn how to do this. I was doing it for literally months, on and off for months before I did a tutorial on it, and that was a few months ago. Now, so there's my black. Now, some of the pigment pastes from Amore contain white, some don't. You can ask them which ones contain white. I have put a little star on mine, and then I know that those ones contain white. This yellow, it comes in different sized bottles. Because they didn't have the squeeze bottles, I had to buy that one with the big hole in the top, so I put it into my little nozzle bottle there. Now this one does not have white in it, so I have to add white, and I'm adding this one here. I know you can't really see the label, but that's more white in there. I cut off the top of the nozzle because it's way too hard to get a drop out. It's really, really sticky paste. So anyway, let's get going. 3 grams of resin in each. Now I'm going to start with the pink, and I'm going to do 2 drops. You got to squeeze quite hard. 2 drops of the pink. 1. Got to give it a good squeeze, and then you kind of get a little train that follows. Okay, so that's the pink. 2 drops of pink, and then I'm going to add 1 drop of white, and I'm not going to squeeze very much because that's already got a big hole in it. So, oh, actually, no, I do have to squeeze. There's not much left in there. I just found that. Okay, there we go. So it comes to the end like that, my little drop, and then I'm not going to squeeze again. I'm just going to see if it'll just drop out on its own. Like I said, it's a bit of a tedious. You see how long it's sticky. Sticky, 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 sort of thready. Okay, so that's the white, that's the pink. So that's that one. Now the yellow. As I said, this yellow does not contain white, so I have to add white. I'm going to do 2 drops of yellow. Actually, I've used these before. I use these again. I repeat and use them. So 2 drops of the yellow. 1, 2, close that off, and now because it hasn't got any white in it, I'm going to add 2 drops of white. Squeeze it, let it come to the top there, let it drip on its own. If you keep squeezing, you're going to get way too much out. Okay, so that's 1. Squeeze again, let it come to the top there, drip down on its own. Okay, right, so that's my yellow. Now the blue, same as the pink, 2 drops of blue, and then 1 drop. Oh my gosh, have I got some pink in there? That looks like pink in there, doesn't it? Let me see if I can get that out. Oh well. Oh, obviously dripped a bit in there. There we go. I wonder if I can put a tiny bit back now that I've taken a bit out. Shouldn't worry about it too much. Okay, so 2 drops of the blue. 1, 2. Oh gosh, I'm going to put another one in because they're very small drops. Some of the pastes are much thicker and sort of sticky, and you get much more in at a time, but that one sort of went a bit quite slow. And then 1 white. The purple I find is really thick. Okay, so we're going to test these anyway. So basically what we're doing is we're making our own alcohol inks, but out of paste and alcohol. I'm using this alcohol, it's isopropyl, it's 100% isopropanol. Okay, now the purple. I've written down what I did in a previous one that worked, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do 3 of the purple seems to be very, very reactive. 1. So I'm going to put 3 purple and no white. 2. We'll see how we go with that. 3. Okay, so those are it's my purple in, and no white. Now I'm just gonna, I used the wrong spoon, stirrer, doesn't matter. All right, now I'm just gonna stir these around, so bear with me. So once I've done this, I'm just gonna go around and make sure I'm still taping. Once I've done this, then I'm gonna add the alcohol. Okay, so with 3 drops of paste, now that's 3 drops because it's 2 plus 1 of white, so it's basically you're using 3 drops. So 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 1, and 3. So 3 drops. It's an average of about 30 drops of alcohol. But look, it all depends on how hard you squeeze those bottles and how much paste is going to drop down. You know, if you're a bit heavy-handed and you squeeze quite hard and you get big drops, then your paste's going to be quite heavy and you're going to have to add more alcohol to make your paste float. If you haven't seen anybody do these, you can check out my previous videos. I've got quite a few on the feathering. Otherwise, jump on to YouTube and watch Luna Designs. She doesn't have any talking through the video though, so I found that it was lovely watching the videos, but I didn't particularly learn very much from them because there was no talking, there was no measurements. You just had to basically guess and wing it. That's why it took me so long to be able to do these. It's been months since I've actually done one like this, just with the pastes and no alcohol inks. So the alcohol inks that you drop down and then you drop the white on top, that's more of a Petri dish effect. This is a feathering. Okay, now my alcohol, because it's a squirty thing, I've put it into here with a nozzle. I just buy these bottles on Amazon, nozzle bottles. So now I don't want any alcohol in the black. Remember, I don't want it to sink. I just want it to float on top. So okay, I'm going to just go and I'm going to put 30 in here. Now bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Right, that's 30. Stir that in. Don't leave it sitting on top because it's going to evaporate. So stir it in straight away. Don't put all the alcohol in and then go back and stir. They will evaporate. So I can feel that that's nice and runny now. There's no mounding there. Just run straight through. Make sure that you're cleaning your stick and trying to get that pigment paste off the side of your little cup. These are just little medicine cups. 30 ml or 1 ounce little medicine cups. Right, so that's that one. Now my blue, I'm going to do 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. All right. Now this is what I've written down for my previous ones that have worked, this amount of alcohol. But when we do our little test, I can add more alcohol, I can add more white, depending on what the little drops are doing. So make sure that you've got a little test piece. You can use one of these, like a spare one down there. But for the sake of this video, because it's a dark mold, you can't really see, I thought it would be easier for you guys if I just used that one, because it's clear. Now the yellow, 25 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So the pink is quite heavy. Remember I showed you this one and I said, look at the pink and the purple. They're quite heavy. So those two are going to have more alcohol in them. I've done 30 in that one and I'm going to do 30 in that one. And then the blue and the yellow will just have the 25 for now. And we'll see what happens. Make sure that if you've got any white on your inside of your cup that you mix it in. Don't leave it there. Otherwise you get white blobs in your resin pieces. So make sure that it's mixed in. Okay, that's that one. And then this one, as I said, we'll do 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oops, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, look, if you get a couple of extra drops, it's not really going to make that much difference, but just be careful not to squeeze too hard, because you might get like a flood of alcohol and you're not going to know how many drops that is. I know, I'm a bit pedantic. I like to measure, I like to weigh, I like to count. Because if you do it and it works, and then you go, well, oh, how much alcohol did I use? I want to recreate that because it was perfect. You're not going to know if you don't count and measure and weigh. So 3 grams of resin in each cup. They're all the threes. 3 grams of resin, 3 drops, 30 drops of alcohol, 3 drops of paste. So it's kind of the threes, okay? If you start with that, you can adjust. All right, now I don't need to test the black. Don't need any alcohol in the black. Righto, here we go. Now I'm just going to torch again because I can see some bubbles that have congregated in the center there. Just using my little tiny blowtorch. All right, now this is the exciting part, to see if it's going to work. So just take a little bit. Don't drop it from up high or anything. Just put a little drop in of each colour. I'll try not to knock these over. The sticks hang up and I always tend to knock them over. Now, oh, what's that? There's a little, I don't know, there's a little something in there floating on top. Would have to be right on my purple dot, wouldn't it? Get out. All right, now this is where I'm going to, I made a little point there. Now this is where I'm going to just zoom you in on this area here, so you can try and see. Now it's going to take a minute, so just bear with me. It's going to take a minute just for any reaction to happen, so bear with me. All right, so keep an eye on the colours. I'm not going to put my other glove back on now because I need to go back and zoom you back out in a minute. All right, so we're just going to watch these. I know it's not very exciting, but look, this is the important part. If you don't get this right and you put all your colours in and they're not right, then you've kind of wasted all your products. So just wait. So to me, they're looking pretty good. Like, they're not spreading. If they were spreading and getting like twice their size, they're too light and they're not going to drop down and you're not going to get feathers. If on the other hand they drop and they kind of sit on the bottom, you're going to get blobs. Like those blobs there, because they've been really heavy and they've just dropped down and they've sat on the bottom. Okay, they're not really doing much, so I think that's kind of a good sign. As I said, I've used these exact colors before, and I've used those exact ratios before, so cross fingers that it does work. The pink to me looks as if it's getting bigger than the others, which means I may not get much feathering. This one here, the pink, didn't give me much feathering. It wasn't heavy enough. So I just need to wait another minute. I may add just a tiny bit of white. I don't know if I can get a tiny bit of white out. Like, I don't want a whole drop. But you can see that the pink is spreading bigger than the others now. I wonder if I can just get like half a drop out. I'm going to see if I can. Oh, not pink, white, not pink. I need white. I'm just going to squeeze a bit onto here. If I can. This little bottle's almost empty. Oh, see, I need 2 hands to squeeze. All right, there's a tiny bit that's come out. I'm just gonna, didn't even get any then. It went back in, it went back up inside. I'll wipe that. Nearly knocked the black over. Okay, so there's like a drop on the end there. I don't want all that though. I'm just going to take half of it off and put it on that toothpick. I'm going to mix the rest in with that. Wipe it off my stick. Because it's such a tiny bit of resin in here, you know, you don't want to add too much. It's all stuck to the stick though, so I just need to get it off. If you're not a very patient person and you don't like sort of this exact sort of work where it is pretty exact, this technique may not be for you. Let's try again. The yellow looks as if it's spreading a little bit much too. I wonder if I can... You can see how big the pink's got now. Oh, now look at that pink. Are you dropping? A tiny, tiny little bit of white makes a big difference. But I just feel that that was just getting a bit too big. The others seem to be looking okay, don't they? They do. You can't leave this too long, okay? Because your resin's going to start setting up. So yes, you have to wait and see what they're doing. But on the other hand, you can't wait too long. What's that pink doing? Oh, I need to know what it's doing. I'm going to leave the pink. I'm going to start with my other colours because I think they're fine. I'm going to zoom you back out. I'm going to start putting the other colours in. I'm going to watch what that second little blob of pink does. All right, so we'll do that. And we'll see what happens. I'll just keep an eye on it. I wonder if I need to add just a touch more of the white to the yellow. Yellow is one of these colours that, like in that one, it didn't drop. In that one, it didn't, I mean, I didn't want it to. Tiny feathers there. Yellow seems to be one that doesn't really drop a lot. I'm going to squeeze just a tiny, tiny little bit of the white onto my stick. I'm going to do it over here because I need 2 hands to, oh, maybe not. Yeah, I'm going to do it over here. I'm going to put the stick down. I need 2 hands to squeeze a little tiny drop out. There's a little tiny bit there. It's probably too much. I'm going to wipe. All right, that'll do. Where's my lid? All right, so how's that pink looking? Look, it has grown a little bit. So it's looking good. I think it's good. You just have to make ever such slight little adjustments. But basically, I'm hoping that this recipe works. If you don't have the more pastes, you may not get the same results. Different pastes are differently pigmented. As I said, these already have the white in them, and through my experimenting I have worked out that that is how much white I need to add. Okay. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of white, actually I'll put it on my bit of paper towel next to me here, and I'm just going to pick up. I want to make sure I've got feathers. You know, I'd rather have big feathers than no feathers. A tiny little bit of white on the end of that purple stick. A tiny little bit of white on the end of that blue stick. Most of it's probably going to stay on the stick because, like I said, it's really, really sticky stuff. If you've used pigment pastes before, you'll know what I mean. They're sticky. Sticky, sticky. So hopefully I'm not adding too much of the white. And look, I hope I'm not boring you. I'm sorry if I am, but I just need to get this right. Now that pink blob there, it's still spread quite a bit. Look. So I'm going to put a little bit more white down on my little bit of paper towel just here next to me because I needed 2 hands to squeeze that. And I'm going to take a little bit more white on the end there. Like I said, I'd rather have a few more feathers than it not work and it just flat. I prefer bigger feathers than flat. You know, then you don't get any feathers at all. So that's my reasoning anyway. I'd prefer them to drop a little bit than not at all. There we go, have another go at the pink. Now, how are we looking? The blue's looking good, the purple's looking good, the yellow looks as if it's spreading. I'm going to add a little bit more white. It's the rest of the white that I took out for the pink. I'm going to pop that in there. Now remember, the yellow does not contain white. It's this one. It does not contain white. So we do need to add more white to it. I've probably lost half my viewers now, haven't I? Boring, boring, boring. No, well, look, once you've worked out what to do and you've written it down and you know what works for you, you can basically play and get it right. Okay. Now the blue's smaller, the purple's smaller, the pink's smaller, the yellow, no. All right, I'm going to get going. Let's get going. I'm going to move everything out of the way so I don't knock anything over. And we'll get this show on the road. There's my spoons. Got my little spoons because that's what I use to put my colour in. I hope I haven't left it too long and everything's going to set up. I just wipe my sticks and then I can use them again. So that's for the black. My pink's still spreading. Now I hope the yellow is going to be all right. It looks a bit heavy. But like I said, I always have problems with the yellow. It never gives good feathers. Now, purple. Oh my gosh. I don't know if there's any left on my little bit of paper towel. Not really. All right, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to wipe that stick off. And we'll go with one of those. Wipe the blue one off. Put one of those in there. The yellow looks as if it's too... Oh, no. Don't do it, Julie. Don't do it. I'm going to try. Let me see what it looks like with the yellow being a little bit heavier. Wipe that stick off. Okay. Are we ready? Move that there. We'll still keep an eye on it. Just need to move some of these out of the way so that I don't knock them over. Right, here we go. Now, I'm just going to put a little bit of resin in there. Don't fill it up because I'm just going to drop 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't fill up your spoon too much, otherwise it'll be difficult and you might get like a huge blob or drop going in. So I'm going to try for 3 of each colour. and see how that goes. My colours don't tend to blend. When Luna did hers, they tended to blend. I'll do that later. Let's get these in. All right, purple. 1, 2, 3. You don't have to put them in exactly the same spot. You can change them up. You can have all purple up one end, or if you want, and then sort of have a rainbow, or you can just mix and match like this. Just however they go in. Whoops, one dropped already. 1, 2, 3. Let's try for 3. I probably made up a little bit too much colour. If I'd made up a little bit more resin, if I didn't use that, I could have had those as well. But yeah, I'd rather have a little bit more than, you know, not enough. Probably fill these up about well, only a quarter. I don't want them very thick. You can buy this mold. It's in my eBay store if you're interested. You can go there and get one. I do ship worldwide. Whoops, dropped a bit much in there. Once I've done this, I'll go and put some more in there. And we can have like a little mini coaster one, hey? I think I'm going to go with 4 pink because I like the pink. And hopefully I've got some room left to go and add some black. Sort of put the black more along the edges so it sort of frames the piece. Are they spreading? Can you see? Hopefully my resin's not thickening up too fast and it's not going to work, but it should be all right. I hope. So I'll come back and I'm going to swirl in a little while. What's the time? Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Oh, this is feeling thick. It is 8 p.m. I'm pretty sure I don't add alcohol to this. Oh, I just can't remember. Hang on a sec. Let me see. I'll just go back and read my instructions if I can find where I put my instructions. I probably can't find it now. Goodness. Sorry, bear with me. I just need to find it. No, you can never find it when you want it, can you? Can't find it. I've got a book here that I put everything in. Oh, no. Oh, hang on. Black background. Here we go. Black. Oh, no, I did put alcohol in. I did. Oh, geez, just as well I checked. All right, let's go with 30 drops. I thought it felt thick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and close that up. Right, I'll write that down. 30 on my little card. Okay, that feels better. It was really feeling thick. How many drops did I put in there? 3. Last time I had 3 drops of black. And this time I've got 5. I'm going to add an extra 10 of alcohol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll change that on my little card. I don't know if little spoon stirs as well as the sticks do. Look, everything's spreading. It doesn't look as if anything's dropping. Hopefully it's working, you guys. Oh, hurry up and stir, mix. And get the black in there before I run out of room. Okay, here we go. Just as well I went and looked back on that. 1, 2, 3. Put it on the corners there. So basically, what am I doing? Probably 5, maybe, black in each. Just on the edges. And that'll be kind of, it'll frame the piece. And then when I come back and swirl, I think last time I waited, that's a big drop. I think last time I waited about an hour, but it's taken me a long time already just to do this. So I might not wait that long, but I'll test it. You've seen me test them before, where I just get the little toothpick and just pick up a little piece of resin, and if it leaves like that little stringy piece behind, then it's ready. Just trying to drop a tiny bit in there without making too much of a mess or adding too much. Just want to put it in the corners there. I made up way too much coloured resin here. Phew! Okay, so that's done. Now, let's finish this one. Might as well use it. Okay? Oops. Getting carried away there. I wonder what it'll look like on such a big piece. Well, in comparison anyway. It's a big piece, isn't it? So you get all that out and then lay your little cup down on its side like that, so that you can get everything out. You might be able to scoop up a little bit more in a minute or two. Really hope this works. I'm putting so much time and effort into this particular tutorial. I hope it works. Otherwise, it'll be just embarrassing, won't it? Oh dear. Right. Lay that one down. But yeah, if I could have had enough to do those other 4 as well if I didn't do this little test piece, but I'm going to see, you know, how it works on a bigger piece, on a coaster. And the pink. I have done these and I made a video of it, so you can check it out if you're interested. Instead of using plain alcohol, I added alcohol ink, and I got a much more vibrant, bright colour because, you know, I'm adding the alcohol inks as well. So that was really fun to do, and I got a lovely effect. I really liked that one. Right, lay you down as well. And let's just drop a little bit of black here and there. The colours should close up. It should, you know, join up across the top. I don't want to put too much black in, but as a background colour. Does that look about even? That'll do. Alright, let's see if I can get a little bit more out of these. Now that they were running down, I can probably get another 2 drops out of each one. because the resin's pooled there. And then when I'm done, I'll just wipe out these cups with some paper towel, and I can use them again. Not paper cups, my little plastic cups. I can use them again. Can't get any more out. All right, I think that's it. I think I'm done. Just have to wait for these colours to join together. Oh, look at those are joining together. So all I do is, and you probably don't need to see it, but wipe your little spoons clean. You've pretty much used up everything. Ready to go again. There's a little tiny teaspoons, these ones. They're really cute. It's not a full-size teaspoon. Not sure how much they hold actually. I've got some black left, but I don't want to add any more black. But you can check out the Valentine's Day ones I did. They've got pink. Oh, was it? No, that red background was the Valentine's Day, and then you can just like wipe out your cups as well. All right, I'm not going to do all that now. I'm going to bring you down so that you can have a little look and see what's going on here, because they're all kind of closing up, joining up together. Hope this one does as well. I'm a bit concerned that my resin's starting to get, you know, a bit thick now, and it might not want to close up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right, well, I'm so sorry that was a long video, but for those, as I said, for those that are interested, you'll probably find it very helpful. And those of you that just watch to see the final result, you're probably going to give me thumbs down, but never mind. All right, look at that. I've pretty much closed up the whole surface. The colours have joined up to each other. Gee, I hope it works. I hope it works. And then, yeah, we come back in an hour. So the colours are kind of bleeding into each other a little bit, which is nice. Mine don't tend to bleed that much. See how the blue and the yellow are touching there? Like, I don't get green. I don't know why, but I don't. They tend to stay separate. What I might do one day is actually try and warm up my resin and see if, like if I drop it in while the resin's still warm, if the colours do kind of blend a little bit more. Anyway, that's enough for me. 45 minutes. Oh my God, my back is killing me. All right, I'll be back and I'll test it in about half an hour. So I'll see you soon. Okay guys, I'm back. Now it's 9:15, so I've only waited 15 minutes, but my video went for 45 minutes. So 45 minutes plus half an hour, it's getting up there, hey? So now I've zoomed you nice and close so you can have a look. Now I'm going to pick up a little bit of the edge here, see if you can see a little train. Did you see that? See how it leaves a little bit of a tail? Oh, not much, I guess. But it is leaving a little one. So I'm going to go with that. Like normally I'd wait. Maybe I should wait a bit longer. I just hope I haven't put too much black in now. Oh my gosh, look at that. No, I'm going to go with it. It is leaving a little train. Oh, it's so hard to decide. All right, let's do this one first. I've just got a pin. Just normal pin. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that in these little ones. I think I'll go with my toothpick for the bigger one. Let's do the bigger one first. And just do some swirls. I'm going to try not to kind of touch the bottom of the mold. Oops, it's getting a bit sticky on top. It's probably got a little bit too much ink on it, I would say. There we go. It's done. It looks very black. Oh, gosh, I hope I haven't overdone it with the black. Oh well. Of course, I put five drops of black in each of these. Maybe I should have only done 3. Anyway, we will see tomorrow. All right, let's swirl these little guys. Don't need to do too much. They're only little. Probably should have gone into that corner there. Try and go into the corner. Maybe I'm swirling too fast. I'll go a bit slower. There we go. I'm a bit concerned about all this black. Oops, nearly got my little paper towel into there. Now let's try these ones. Let's do a zigzag and then up the center with that one. Why not? Zigzag, up the center. And then this one, I think I'll just do one big sort of circle. And you can just have lots of little kind of circles. Okay. All right, I'm done. Woohoo. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I don't know, but I'm done. Now the next little thing we need to do is just torch again, because dragging the stick or the pin through there creates a little bit of bubbles, a little bit of air sometimes, so just torch over them again. I'm really concerned about all that black now. Never mind, 'tis what it is. We won't know till tomorrow what it's going to look like. So yeah, there we go. Wish me luck. I can't see any yellow. All my yellow is probably gone. Yeah, I don't know. All right, I'm super keen to see what it's going to look like tomorrow. All right, wish me luck. Cross your fingers for me. See you soon. Hey everyone, I'm back. And happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. It's Sunday morning for me here in Australia. Right, shall we do this? I see a lot of blue sitting on top, so I'm a bit concerned that the blue hasn't dropped. It looks as if it may have floated instead, but we just won't know until we have a go, will we? So let's get them out. Oh, they're a little bit, oh gosh, a little bit bendy still. Probably should leave them until the end of the day, really. Oh yes, they're a little bit wrinkly still. Maybe I can get one out and then do the rest later. I'm just too keen. It's kind of bent that now, that little point. It's still a bit soft. All right, let's have a look. And if it works, then I'll leave the rest until later on. Maybe. Shall we have a look? Look at the side. Can I have a look at the side? I see a little bit of yellow drop down. Oh, I don't see anything else. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yes, the yellow was heavier. The yellow was heavier. I didn't have much droppage of the other colours. The blue certainly stayed on top. Oh, yes. Still really pretty. We have got feathering there, but I would have liked them all to be more like the yellow. So I will readjust my calculations and not put quite so much alcohol in. I'll reduce them by 5 drops on each. Let's put that one back in there. Should we have a look at the big one? So I can come back to those. They're all going to be the same. Let's have a look at this one. Guess he'll be the same. And you know how I was really worried about the black? It stayed on top. The other colours sort of disguised it, so it wasn't too bad. Oops, that one's a bit bendy there too. It's bent the edge. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh yes, look at that. Very nice. Not as much feathering as I would have liked. Oh, and the yellow is a bit heavy. See how it's blobbed? See how it's kind of dropped to the bottom there and sat on the bottom? I did add extra white to that, didn't I? I shouldn't have. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. A little bit of black peeking through there. Not so, it's certainly not as overwhelming as that side is. But look, I'll put the video up anyway so that you can see where I've gone wrong. Maybe not gone wrong, but you can see, you know, the difference of when I've put the extra white in. And so it goes blobby, and then the other colours kind of float on top. So there we go. I don't know if I want to get... I'll just be more careful. I have to be really careful of the little point. There we go. That worked. That worked. There we go again. I guess they're all going to be about the same, aren't they? I'll give them away. When people buy my molds, I'll just pop one in the bag with them, because maybe they'll like them. I mean, they're not horrible, are they? They're still really beautiful. They just wasn't quite what I was expecting. So I will go again. You can definitely see there that the yellow is heavier. The blue was the lightest of all of them. Haven't got much feathering in the blue. So I'll make little notes there and adjust my amounts. Oh, that was the one where I went wriggle, 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 and back up the middle. So that's quite pretty, isn't it? Interesting effect. See, if the other colours hadn't spread so much over the top, if they had dropped more, we would have seen more of the black. I like that little design. I'll do that again. That one as well. Colours are really pretty, aren't they? Oh, I just wish they had more feathering like that yellow next time. I might get a chance this afternoon to do another batch. I've got the family coming over this morning for morning tea. But maybe this afternoon I'll have some time to myself, and I'll try these again and see if I can get a better effect for you. But yeah, I haven't done them for I don't know, a couple of months. Probably a bit out of practice. So this one I just went swirled up, well, up and down, up and down. I didn't bring the stick back through the centre again. They look like little surfboards, don't they? Really pretty. Okay, so there we go. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but still pretty nonetheless. And yeah, it's one of these techniques that you just have to keep practicing and write down what you do. Right, I'm going to get ready for Mother's Day. Everyone have a fantastic day, and I'll see you real soon for the next video. Bye for now.